I have right here the TW Shine 6-foot birch trees for Christmas. I'm going to set them up for you and I'll tell you just how long it took to set them up. So here's everything that comes in the box. So the two base pieces are just this plastic material and they are hollow on the inside, so they're not too heavy. And then on this end, you have those little threads right there. So we're going to screw these into the bases. I actually got something really similar to this, but in card tree form, so it was like really mini. It looks like it's going to be super similar to that one. Then here are the top pieces, the base pieces. They do give you metal stakes to stake them down into the ground. And then here are the instructions and everything that comes in the box. So first thing we're going to do is thread the bottom piece into the base, just like that, and then do the same thing to the other one. And then there are two sets that have a middle piece and a top piece. You can call this one's the middle one because it's a little bit bigger than the top one. But the top one's just going to go into here, and this one's going to go into that bottom piece. And then the power cord is actually attached to the middle piece. It does have a really long cord though. So let's just see how long this cord is. So this cord is so long. I don't even know how to describe how long this is. It's crazy long. I feel like you could reach any outlet with this cord. I do wish that the cord actually went through the middle piece and down through the base so that it wasn't just loose hanging on the middle piece. All right, so now we're just gonna do the same thing on the other one. And then these, you just bend out and fluff however you want them to look. So they're wire-based, so you can just kind of adjust them. They're very malleable. I thought maybe I would break these if I bent them too much, but they are bending a lot and I'm not worried about it. I've never fluffed out one of these trees before, so I don't know if I'm doing this correctly. Yeah, that looks about right. All right, now for the second one. Hopefully this will go by faster now that I've done one. So we are done fluffing these out. It took me about 10 minutes to fluff those out. And by fluffing, I mean like separating the branches. But let me go ahead and turn off these lights and I'll show you what they look like glowing. And there they are. They look so beautiful. I love how delicate and white Christmassy it looks. So I'm 5'4", so you can tell that it is taller than me. I do have a measuring tape here just so we can measure exactly how tall they are. So from ground to tippy top branch, let's just make sure that it is 6 feet tall. And it is actually a little bit taller than 6 feet. These are so pretty. I feel like these would be perfect for Christmas, but also as wedding decor, that would be so pretty. I could imagine these as you're going down the aisle. Super pretty, so magical. And you could even hang little ornaments on these or little snowflakes or something like that. And then wrap the base in snow. That would be so pretty. But also they did have those stakes too. So if you wanted these as outdoor decorations, you could stake them down and then they won't go anywhere. Because honestly, the base is so light that I would be worried about them toppling over all the time. So you would need those stakes to keep them down because it is very like light. See, I barely tapped it and it started falling over. But it does make it easier for moving and lifting up. These would be so easy to store. Also, I wanted to show you up close, when you hit this little button that's on the plug right here, it's actually going to change the dimming of the tree. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4 different settings. So, and then you just hit it once more and it turns on the brightest. But yeah, you can just flip through those 4 different settings of brightness or turn it off that way. Really cool. And that's just right here on the plug. But let me go ahead and show you up close what they look like. The branches are very bendable, so it's easy to make it just how you want it to look. And then you do have these bright, warm white LED lights. These ones are really sturdy. I love these types of lights because I'm not worried about them breaking or shattering at all. But I love the texture that they have on here. It looks like actual birch bark. I think it looks so realistic and so pretty. I'm really happy with how these trees look.